Hey everybody, it's your boy SergDragon, and welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. With me always is T-Money, King of Puppies. There you go. So, this time it will be a New Year's edition of the week, featuring Monday night on New Year's Eve and Smackdown on New Year's Day. So, starting off with Monday Night Raw, we actually did the work first. Because this thing doesn't tell you who starts the show actually, but I remember it was Seth Rollins. Him coming out and to the ring to talk about fresh starts, calling out Dean Ambrose for a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship, but Triple H appears instead and reminds Rollins that automatically championship rematches. Sorry, I'm getting tongue twisted here. Yeah, I know what he's talking about. The clause in which automatic rematch clause is now no longer valid in this new year. So, what the hell? That's bullshit. That's the thing about title matches, but they just... That's something I did not expect to come.
That's what they've been doing for years, man, back in the day.
Back in the day, but now they brought it back. They brought it back.
If it's good, it's only if it's good for business, they'll do it. But if it's not, is if they get a phone call from the board of directors and it's not good for business. Do that.
Well, apparently that's what we're doing for business. So Seth Rollins automatically loses his right for a rematch. He has no claim to the rematch whatsoever. That's what Triple H told him. After that, they had a battle royale over the top rope to see who would be wrestling Dean Ambrose, the current Cruiserweight Championship, that night for a shot at the title. Ultimately, you had names like No Way Jose, Zack Ryder, who made a New Year's revolution. How you pronounce this? New Year's resolution?
Yes.
On wanting to be more on Monday Night Raw because throughout 2018, he hardly had any appearances, any action in the ring, more likely.
He's never, because he's not as like a big star. They only say that for guys like Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose from Reigns, to be honest.
He's more on YouTube than anything because of the toy thing.
Yeah, and he's also more on. You only see him on WWE.
And Kurt Hawkins.
And you only see him on WWE. You only see him on WWE main event. Yeah. They're not as big superstars.
His other resolution was to get every latest WWE figurine. He's a toy guy, okay?
Well, actually,
he doesn't just do WWE toys. He does Nickelodeons, Disney's, Pops. He does all that.
He said he's not really a toy guy. He just does it for money. He's mostly a big fan of Ghostbusters.
He's doing a lot of toys. He's going into stores and finding toys that are rare as hell.
Yeah, but wrestlers do that for the money, bro. That's how.
True.
Ain't because they like toys. They just do that for the money.
Well, other than that, one of the other names that was in the Battle Royal was Baron Corbin. And he has not changed his look at all. He's still wearing those clothes like he's Constable or GM Corbin. Change your gear, dude. If you're not going to be that role anymore, you might as well change your look. Makeover. Ultimately, he and Apollo Crews would be the last man in the ring, but Apollo Crews eliminates 8 men throughout that whole match, including Baron Corbin, ultimately winning that match to go on to fight Dean Ambrose. We'll save that for later. After that, Baron Corbin gets very upset, saying that it's talking about fresh starts, fresh clean slates, that he deserves that Intercontinental Championship. He deserved to win, and Elias comes out and spoils his fun. I just remembered something, but I'll save that for the Apollo versus Dean Ambrose. I'll save that. With that said, they get into a heavy fight, and honestly, I was surprised to see Elias get the drop on Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin is just not having a good month all the way to the last day of December. Will he have a better day? Do we even care?
Not really.
Do we even care? Do you or me or Xavier Hill or Mike Henry or Chris Petrie care?
Nope.
I don't think so. Shout out to our boys too. A link in the description will be down below for the YouTube page for Mike Henry and Xavier Hill, as always. What's next? 5-minute mark. Talking about resolutions. There was a lot of them. The Good Brothers.
Natalia talks about her match between Ronda Rousey.
We didn't do up here either, did we? Drew McIntyre. Go ahead and mention that. The cage match between Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. Oh, man. See, that's what's front. That's what is up front in this log. Oh, how do you call it? Post?
Well, it's more like a log.
Yeah, it's a log. Data log. And oddly enough, that's not what started the show. But I'm happy to mention we had to go back up because I knew there was more. In which case, this steel cage match between Dolph and Drew beginning all the way through the match. I was like, wow. Drew McIntyre's on a roll on making people look amateurish. He did it to Kurt Angle, and now he did it to Dolph Ziggler. Throughout the whole match, he's been giving Dolph time after time. That's kind of like my style. That's if I ever wanted to be a wrestler, I would give people the chance to, recuperate. It might backfire me, but otherwise I would give them the chance because I'm going to beat the living hell out of them. But with Drew McIntyre, he's taunting them. He's humiliating them. He's going so far as to look at them and say, is this all you got? Just make you feel sorry for Dolph Ziggler. And he won the match and then came back and beat the living hell out of him again. And again. The cage was already up and he's still going after him. Like, damn, you prove your point. If anybody else is in the running for Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre might be. Might.
Yeah, but he won't have no chance against Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, don't take nothing away from Brock Lesnar, but
Brock Lesnar is
if Drew McIntyre keeps this momentum up, he might stand a chance.
No,
might be the word.
There's been guys hit Drew McIntyre's size back in the day that tried to go against Brock Lesnar, but they failed to do so.
True.
So
that's what I'm saying.
But here's the thing: Brock Lesnar, he fights A+ wrestlers. He said that himself. He don't fight B+ wrestlers.
Yeah, none of us like the fact that he keeps on going vacation, but you can't take away the fact that
he's a part-time wrestler.
He's an Apex. He's an Apex predator. I mean, an Apex wrestler.
A+.
No, shoot, call him an S rank then. Go beyond A. Go S class. In video games, what's better than an A class? S class. There you go.
He's ain't takes vacations because he's doing.
He's abusing his contract.
The Rock did it, and so John Cena did it. Is doing it.
Not as bad. They at least showed up. At least showed up. He's only there for the main shows: Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, WrestleMania, SummerSlam.
He has other stuff. He has MMA.
Did you see an MMA fight with him?
Yeah, he does it in his gym.
So he's not going to shows like UFC.
He do sometimes. Just whenever if he's watching someone he wants to fight, probably whenever they schedule him.
All right, let's move on with the list then. We already passed the 9-minute mark. I mentioned that.
Natalia.
Okay.
Natalia was being interviewed backstage about her Raw Women's match against her friend Ronda Rousey. Before that, she was interrupted by Nia and Tamina.
Mm-hmm. A jumper.
Yep.
And later on, we see that Nia is back on her feet, but somebody's with her, and she is just mad as hell. Ronda Rousey ain't happy that her friend just got dropped. Woo, and they get a tag team match. But, yeah, let's go ahead and mention the tag team match. in that tag team match, they were just going back and forth, really. They really were.
Yeah.
Until Ronda Rousey gets her hands on Nia Jax. Makes her tap out.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! There you go. That's pretty much it. So let's move on with the list.
Bayley and Sasha Banks and Amber Moon face the Riot Squad.
In which case, if I remember correctly... Wait. See, that I forget now. It's Monday, but today's Friday. I'm trying to remember. Who won that match? I want to say it was Ember Moon and Sasha Banks and Bayley, but it could have been with the Riot Squad.
No, it says you got it right first. Bayley and Sasha Banks.
Okay. See, that I forgot. I forgot. That's good to know. My girl Ember Moon won.
Bobby Lashley faces Seth Rollins.
Yeah, because Seth Rollins didn't get his rematch. He was then put in a match because Shane McMahon had to interfere between the two of Triple H and Seth Rollins. And I just remembered. That is true. That Triple H said that the reason you're not getting a title rematch because I don't believe you're that guy who will burn it down. Because back then, when I lost faith in you, but you made me believe in you again because you beat me at WrestleMania. And here we are once again, you're losing that edge. And Seth did not like that. Shane McMahon had to come in and break him up and put Seth Rollins in a match with Bobby Lashley.
Oh yeah, because he knew something was going to happen between them two. He was thinking that Seth Rollins was going to fight Triple H.
He probably would have. Mm-hmm. And of course, Lio Rush, being the hype man for Bobby Lashley, the Mighty, as he's been called, the Dominance.
The Dominator.
Yeah, that's what he's known in Impact Wrestling.
Well, actually, no.
Pure dominate. He's still using that word, but in a different way.
Well, I take that back. They didn't call him the Dominator. They called him the Destroyer. Remember?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Dominate, he said. Dominate. Destroy.
WWE is calling him the Dominator. He didn't call him the Destroyer.
That is his finisher, actually, if I remember. Bobby Lashley's Dominator.
He ain't the first person to use it, though.
In which case, after he says he beats... When Bobby beats Seth, Bobby's going to do his favorite pose. I was like, not that again. So the match goes on. Lio Rush tries to interfere, gets freaking sideswiped by freaking Seth Rollins, and curve stomp freaking Bobby Lashley's head, ultimately giving him win.
Jim Mahal and the Singh brothers face Heath Slater and the Rhino.
Yes, the return of I Got Kids and Rhino. Too bad their return was short because it was a 3-on-2 handicap match. And poor Rhino got the blunt end of Jinder Mahal's finisher. What was it called?
I don't pay this to Jinder Mahal.
Right? I forgot already. In which case, it was a win for Jinder, and he is on a roll. I mean, he's not getting A-list matches, but he's still on a roll.
You mean titles?
No, matches. Not titles on the line. He's getting he's not in the ring with Bobby, Seth, Drew, Dolph, that kind of thing. He's not fighting those people.
Well, he's not A-lister.
Right? He used to be because he was in the title picture.
Yeah, but that don't mean when they put your title picture, that mean you're A-lister. That's what WWE says. When they put guys like him in title picture, don't mean you're A-lister.
Well, you're definitely fighting A-listed people.
Here's what they say. If you're Randy Orton, John Cena, or Batista, or Triple H, you're A-lister. You get those you get put in those title matches.
All right. Well, next thing then after that,
Intercontinental Championship match. Dean Ambrose appears on the screen and says he doesn't need a fresh start of heat.
He doesn't believe in that. He does not believe in that crap, he said. But here's the thing I want to point out. All this time, because of an incident, we could not call him Apollo Crews, or at least WWE, by the orders of Vince McMahon, you said. Mm-hmm. But now they're calling him Apollo Crews again.
But here's the thing, why? Because of Triple H had some. Vince McMahon Shane and Stable wasn't sure about doing that, but Triple H had asked him if he could please do that. Yeah,
after he won the match in the Battle Royal to earn his spot fighting Dean Ambrose, I heard that what's her name, JoJo? Mm-hmm. She shouted out, Apollo Crews! I was like, oh, Crews is back. The name Crews is back. And it's even written there. I saw that text. Yeah. So, ultimately, thanks to that, we were able to see Apollo Crews as Crews once again, instead of just Apollo.
But here's the thing. The reason why they took that name from him, because he did something that pissed off WWE.
Well, not him. Somebody with the name Crews. No relation.
Well, no, they said both.
What?
They're both.
What? Yeah.
They said both.
No. Say what was the reason?
He violated wellness policy, Apollo Crews, and Vince McMahon got mad at was suing the Crews restaurant. I guess they put something in his food that he didn't like. So he told Apollo, you can't use that name Crews no more. And he accepted that.
Well, it's back.
But they hoping, they said, if you screw up again, I'm taking that name from you. And Triple H said, yeah, Vince McMahon's right. This is my father-in-law.
Too bad. Well, sadly for Apollo Crews, he's got his full name back, but he didn't win the match. Dean Ambrose with the dirty deeds gets the win. He's on a roll. Next.
And it's announced that this will be getting her own talk show that will be called A Moment of Bliss.
Again. They didn't change the name. She's going to be on Monday Night Raw next week with A Moments of Bliss. Or
well, I call her the biscuit butt.
Munchkin.
No, I just call her the butt.
I forget what my mom called her. Every one of us laughed. He's a rat. Something like that. And I think women end the night once again. Previously, we mentioned this already. Ronda Rousey and Natalya beat Nia Jax and Tamina. That's what ended the night, people.
And that show, and I don't know if y'all got the text. That match got lowest ratings. The women's matches got lowest ratings.
Fuck.
See, many people are not interested in women's championship matches. Many people, I'm not saying some are, but many people are not.
Okay. Next SmackDown. We would be. Give us a second. Sorry, on account of technicality on this site. Why is the freaking tag teams mentioned last?
It's just how they do it. They try something different.
You suck! What's her name? Wrestling News Source. You suck! Put it in the right order.
That's how they do business.
Well, oddly enough, it was it a regular match? Rival?
No, it's a Raw Tag Team Championship match. It wasn't a regular. Well, it probably is. I'm not sure. Whatever. I forgot. Regular match.
I'm trying to remember. Did the Revival win?
No,
it says next week.
Yeah, I just noticed that too. I was like, that was one day.
You see what this guy does to me? He makes me think we forgot tag team match, and it's not even. It didn't even happen. It's going to happen next Monday. Yes, you did.
No,
yes, you did.
Don't blame me.
We have proof.
Don't blame the king.
We have proof. You ain't no king. You ain't no king. We'll be right back with some SmackDown. And we have the results. Happy New Year's, ladies and gentlemen. Almost forgot to mention that. Happy New Year's, because on Tuesday night SmackDown, It's a new year, and it starts off with the new day. New day. Woo! And Pancake Power. They talk about all this stuff, and it's happy, and they make us laugh with the fact that Biggie is in a diaper. He's a New Year's baby. And they're saying that he can't eat pancakes because it's not healthy anymore. And he's got pancakes in his diaper, and he's throwing it to the fans. He's eating it. I'm guessing he's got tights, and he's wearing the diaper over it, and he's got the freaking pancakes in between, but it's still a diaper. It's got certain... I hope he doesn't have the scented, because then he's eating the scent. He's eating chemicals. They have scented diapers. That's what I'm worried. He's wearing an adult diaper, though. I don't think he's wearing an adult diaper. I don't know if they make scented adult diapers. Ultimately, they announce that there will be a 5-man number one contendership match. One fall. And they had AJ Styles, Mustafa Ali, Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton, and a 5th person to be announced. Because right after that is the match between Jeff Hardy and Samoa Joe to determine who would be that 5th man. New year, and we got 2 matches that put people to fight later on that night. Ain't that a bitch? They better. I know they're being paid, though, because if they're being paid to wrestle twice in one night, hell yeah, right? Ultimately, though, poor Jeff Hardy, he fought valiantly, but because of the dirty-handed tactics, well, not really. They're not that dirty, because he beat the living hell out of him outside the ring, and he was going for a 10 count, but the referee stopped the 10 count when he should have kept going by Corey Graves' opinion, which actually, if you think about it, is true. Referees should have kept going from 8, 9, 10, and after Samoa Joe got in the ring. But he didn't.
Some referees don't do that, though.
Yeah. But it didn't matter. Referee started the count, almost came to 10. Jeff Hardy gets in the ring, and there's Samoa Joe immediately put it in for the second time. Excuse me if I say it wrong. The Cobra Clutch. Chokehold. Yeah. And he makes Jeff Hardy pass out. Therefore, putting him in the main event. In that fatal 5-way number one contendership. One fall. Not an elimination match where there's 4 falls out of 5 men. No, just one. Next. That way we save the match itself.
AJ Styles was shown backstage with Shane Vince McMahon. Says he would not apologize for assaulting Vince last week. He will show the real side of himself tonight.
And it says, oh, you want to see it right now. Shane gets up on edge, and Vince tells him, oh, no. You go do that. Because you already know. Man, everybody who knows that AJ Styles and Shane McMahon already have history.
Yeah, but if you're Stone Cold, Shane McMahon won't get involved in that. If you're Stone Cold, The Rock, or Undertaker, Shane McMahon ain't gonna get in that.
So he's making his own personal vendetta against AJ, like Vince McMahon did with Stone Cold. Next.
You ain't gonna get Shane McMahon's gonna do is sit back down. He ain't gonna do nothing.
New United States champion Rusev comes out to the ring, celebrating the fact that he and his wife now have the title in their possession. And they're screaming out, Rusev Day, Rusev Day, Rusev Day, Rusev Day. And out from the audience, out of nowhere, comes a King Shasha. Yeah, excuse me if I butchered that.
King of Strong Style, let's call him that.
No, that's his finisher. The Shining Wizard, the knee to the face. Or in this case, knee to the back of the head. Shinsuke Nakamura comes out of nowhere and delivers his signature move, King Shasha. It's a signing wizard, basically. And his wife, Lana, defends him by getting on Shinsuke's back and trying to, I guess, choke him or something. And Rusev super kicks Shinsuke while Lana's on his back, and she goes head and back onto the mat.
She gets knocked out. Let's put it that way.
No. Saying it like that makes it sound like Rusev kicked her. But he kicked Shinsuke, but as a result harmed Lana. And instead of going after Shinsuke still and then worrying about Lana later, he worried about Lana first, and Shinsuke took advantage of that. Just kept beating the hell out of Rusev.
Like I'm saying that she got knocked out because she got in the way.
Yeah, but the way you said it made it sound like he kicked her by accident.
Well, yeah, that's what she did. That's what happened.
No, he kicked Shinsuke, but then Shinsuke, Lana.
I'm not saying she got in the way by accident.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
Next. So this is going to be hell to pay.
Sonya Deville faces Naomi.
Well, there was one technicality. Because of last week's Christmas mistletoe. Excuse me, I had a burp. Mandy Rose tempted Jimmy Uso, Naomi's husband, because there was a mistletoe, and she said, "Baby, you don't know what you're missing." But of course, Naomi takes care of that, and Jimmy assures her that he don't have to worry about it. He points at the same mistletoe and they kiss. But it leads to a match this week. Ultimately, we were expecting Mandy Rose to be in that match, and she gets all up in. Whew. She doesn't literally get on her face, but she might as well have, because when she took out that shirt, I bet you were happy. I bet he was happy. Oh, I know he was. King of puppies. He saw that shirt go up, and hello. Day one-ish shirt. Taunting her by wearing her husband's t-shirt, Mandy Rose was doing to Naomi. And she was mad. So mad that she didn't realize that in the ring, the bell rings, and it's Sonya Deville she's fighting instead of Mandy. You would think that she was going to turn around and get on her. Nope, she said, "Okay, let's go."
Well, you know.
And goddamn.
Wherever Mandy Rose is, Sonya Deville is with her, because Sonya Deville and her are like our best friends.
And once again, this guy, you know it. You know this guy was happy when he heard the voice of Mandy Rose talking about showing Jimmy Uso a photo, and we got to see that photo. It was something straight out of Trish Stratus. Her and a towel in the shower. And that's all.
Yeah, but you don't see her doing is taking it off to show the goods, like Trish Stratus do and Tori Wilson do.
Typical. He wants more.
Hey, that's what the fans are asking the D for that.
Well, we might be getting that with Mandy, apparently.
No, they want more with all the divas. All the women, bro.
I didn't say it's not going to stop. I said we might be getting that with Mandy.
Yeah.
That, and I hate to say it, if anybody else, I'm thinking it might be the Iconics, too.
And they said they mentioned Lana, Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss is getting on that?
No, that's what the fans are asking they to do all that for all the women.
Ah, okay.
Except for Tamina.
All right, next. Ultimately, thanks to that little photo, Naomi loses the match to Sonya Deville.
Yeah. They don't want to see Nia Jax doing it, though.
Here's an issue for me. John Cena comes back on Smackdown for New Year's and says that he wants to fight somebody. He said anybody.
If you notice, he lost a little weight. That's what he said.
A little?
Yeah, that's what he said. He
lost little?
Like 18 pounds.
A little? He's skinnier.
No,
all that muscle mass is now tightened.
No, he said that's what when he came back, he lost a lot of weight.
He did?
Yeah, I said
he lost a lot of muscle mass.
Yeah, he said he told
his muscles are more tightened now.
No, he said he lost all his body. He said 18 pounds. And he saw his new hairstyle.
He still likes the hairstyle and everybody. He said a few things that he was doing in this, but person who came out that he was expecting and some guy to come out, nope. It was the man, Becky Lynch. What the hell is Becky Lynch coming out there saying she's going to replace John Cena? Do you see the rap sheet he's got? She's out of her damn mind. And out from the backstage comes Cien Almas and what's her name?
Selena Vega.
Selena Vega.
Everybody's been saying that they're going to place John Cena.
Selena Vega and John Cena and Becky Lynch and Cien Almas gets...
Andrea.
They get in a mixed tag team match. Ultimately, John Cena pulls almost every single move in one setting of his. We're talking the shoulder tackles, the sideways slam, the 5-knuckle shuffle, the attitude adjustment. Thank you. I was about to say, hey. And then the lightning fist. And then gets thrown out of the ring by Becky Lynch. You little... She gets the win, though. She does get the win. Next. Gotta speed this up now.
Okay. The Miz comes to Shane Man's office.
And to showcase new portraits and stuff. Yeah, just let it go. Ultimately, we're seeing different looks for Shane and... yeah, I can just let it go. Someone's trying to call me, but I'll let it go. For Miz and Shane's tag team match, new looks, and it's just Miz's look, really. And then we got the tights, and we see Goldberg's body with Shane McMahon's face. It's like, is that Goldberg's body? That was funny. Next.
Smackdown Women's Champion Asuka is asked by Triple H to backstage who she feels deserves a championship opportunity.
Then we have Charlotte. Then we have Carmella. Then we have Becky. And they said they would look into it and see who is deserving at the Royal Rumble.
I had to say, my opinion, who deserves it as probably, now that I like her, she's not babyface, I have to go with Carmella.
Okay.
Because Charlotte has had her chances. Because she's been...
I would like to say, I'll still go with Asuka. I want to see how long she can hold that title.
Yeah, but they're asking who you want to see her face out of those three.
Oh, see her face?
Yeah, who you want to see her title line.
One-on-one, I would say Becky Lynch because she hasn't fought her yet.
Yeah.
And finally, the match that, I'm sorry to say, it was hell as hell. We had Rey Mysterio, Mustafa Ali. We had Randy Orton versus AJ. AJ versus Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe and Randy Orton. God damn, we had Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio.